Namaste, dear students. Welcome to third semester BCom Corporate Administration subject of Kuvempu University. This is session 3. In this session, mainly we have to concentrate on private company and public company. In that, we have to understand the differences between private company and public company. In the session 2, that we have discussed about different types of company. In this, mainly learning objective is let us understand the difference between private company and public company. So before that, we will know what is the meaning of, we will come to know what is the meaning of private company. A private company is one that is not listed on a stock exchange and its securities are held privately by its members. It is mandatory to write the words private limited at the end of its name. There should be minimum 2 members and maximum 200 members. So this is about the private company. Private company means the company which is not listed in stock exchange, one thing. And in the name, at the end of the name, they have to mention that is private limited company, that they have to mention. And minimum number of members in the private company can be 2, it should be 2, and maximum can be 200, not more than 200 members allowed in the private company. Public company means a public company is a business whose shares can be freely traded on stock exchange or over the counter, also known as publicly traded company, publicly held company, or public corporation. The stocks of this type of company belong to the members of the general public as well as pension funds and other large investing organizations. Even the public company or launches IPO. IPO means initial public offering. That means they have to collect capital from the public. Now let us understand the difference between private company and public company. The first row is serial number and first column is serial number and second is private company, and next column is serial number and public company. Okay, left side all the things which are relating to private company and right side is relating to public company. So in the private company, minimum 2 and maximum 200 members, but in the public company, minimum 7 and there is no maximum limit of members. And in the private company, minimum paid up capital is 1 lakh, but in the public company, minimum paid up capital is 5 lakh. In the private company, minimum 2 directors, and in the public company, minimum 3 directors. For the private company, certificate of incorporation is required to start the business. But for the public company, certificate of incorporation and also commencement of business are required to start business. Public subscription of shares are not allowed in case of private company, but public subscription of shares are allowed in public company. 2 members should be present at annual general meeting in the case of private company. 5 members should be present at AGM in public company. The statutory meeting is optional in the case of private company, but statutory meeting is compulsory in case of public company. And prospectus is not required in a private company in case of private company, but it is mandatory to issue prospectus in case of public company. The transfer of shares are restricted in private company, but shares can be transferred freely in case of public company. Managerial remuneration can exceed 11% of the net profit in case of private company. There is no restriction on managerial remuneration in public company. There is no restriction to disclose financial reports in case of private company. The financial reports needs to disclose quarterly or annually in case of public company. Normally, the size of the company is small as compared to the public company, where in the private company. But generally, the size of the company is very huge and large in case of public company. It can raise funds from the private investors, where in the case of private company can invest, can raise funds from private investors only. But in the case of public company, it can raise funds by issuing an IPO, that is initial public offering in the general public. And these are the key differences between private company and public company, and these points will help you to understand and to remember very easily. Concentrate these two and you can very easily understand. Yeah, now let us move to some MCQ, that is multiple choice questions. Number one is, a private company is which is owned by the private investors. The company's membership is restricted to 200. The public issue of shares are not allowed. All the above. So a right answer is all the above, because A, B, C options are there in the private company. They are relating to the private company. So all the above is the right answer. And a public company is a big company which is owned by private sector. Yes. A big company which is owned by the public sector. Yes. The company which issues shares to the public. Yes. So all the above is right answer. For example, because I have explained here, you have to understand, no? So BHEL is a public company, that is public sector, means government sector undertaking. Reliance is a public company, but it is a private sector undertaking. So by this, you will come to understand what is public company exactly. Now, the minimum number of members in private company. So the question, understand the question, minimum number of members is 2. So option D is the right answer. And the minimum number of members in public company is 2. There are 4 options, A, B, C, D. Just to see, the question is minimum number of members in public company, that is B, that is 7 is right answer. And next, the maximum number of members in public company, maximum number of members, that is A, B, C, D. D is the right answer, which is unlimited. There is no limit. Okay, so you can refer any material for further studies and for your more information and more knowledge. But for your at least to easy understanding, this difference between private company and public company will help you a lot. Okay, thank you and all the best.